A floating billboard is back at its dock here along Del Prado Boulevard South. It was tied up to 4 cleats when strong winds last night ripped the barge from its dock, sending it down a canal toward the Caloosahatchee River.
We didn't have a whole lot of rain, but there was a lot of thunder, and the wind really did kick up really high. We've had chairs in the canals. My plants blew over. Obviously, the barge came undone.
Diana Chambers says she first noticed the barge when
I heard this big bang, and I'm thinking that didn't sound like thunder.
The barge scraped against the skeg of her boat engine, luckily only causing minor damage. Meanwhile, a Sea Tow employee living on the canal took this video and gave manager Bobby Scott a ring. Their team brought the barge back to its dock.
I was very surprised. I mean, I know it's a big barge, but there was 4 cleats that it was attached to that all broke off. I mean, all the dock lines were still attached, and it's just an unexpected storm, I guess. Weren't expecting that kind of wind.
The winds, reaching about 50 miles an hour in some parts of the Cape, pushed the barge 3/4 of the way down the canal. Neighbor Margie Ann Mosky knew about the weather headed her way.
I love your news station, and especially the weather is always spot on. Yeah. I can count on it.
And Chambers tells me she's been able to count on the owner of the barge, who immediately reached out after it got loose.
The Fish and Wildlife officer came and did their routine check and said that the owner will be calling you, and 5 minutes later the owner did call me, so I had a great experience.
The owner's wife says she immediately reached out to FWC once they learned that the barge was loose. The owner also put out a statement on Facebook thanking his friends at Sea Tow and all of the neighbors living along the canal for their understanding and support. Live here in Cape Coral, Kendall Brandt, Gulf Coast News.
100 pounds of metal went flying in Cape Coral during yesterday's storms. That is crazy. Wind ripped a toolbox right out of this truck on Southwest 4th Avenue, the one at the top of your screen, not the one with the trailer right in front of you. Top of your screen, this was on Southwest 4th Avenue, and the damage did not stop there.
Here you can see better all the damage. Wow.
It was the strongest wind I've seen, not being a hurricane.
It knocked over my whole entire park.
Holy smokes. Fences were ripped apart. Patio furniture was tossed around in Cape Coral and along McGregor Boulevard in Fort Myers. Gulf Coast News reporter Kendall Brandt continues our team coverage showing you the damage from yesterday's storms.
These branches that line the curb on Westminster Drive were snapped in half and sent into the air from yesterday's storm. Those powerful winds even tearing roofs apart on the street. Now, across the bridge in Cape Coral, we're seeing new video of those strong winds taking a 100-pound toolbox bolted from a man's truck and sending it flying into the air. Mick Whitewood says he was fixing up his truck when suddenly he realized his work was just beginning.
Suddenly, like, we just heard the truck got pushed back about 8 feet, and then the toolbox just came flying out.
You can see in this exclusive video the winds reaching about 50 miles an hour even picked up his truck on Southwest 4th Avenue. His toolbox flew down the road due to what the National Weather Service is calling a possible landspout or tornado.
I've been through Ian and, you know, a few hurricanes, but nothing like a tornado or funnel cloud.
Over in Fort Myers, an umbrella is still hanging from a power line after the winds lifted it into the air in the Tanglewood neighborhood. The wind seen in this video pushed Katerina Dorokova to run for cover.
Get inside in a safe place. What I did, I don't panic usually, but as I was holding the phone, I was shaking.
Both Whitewood and Dorokova say yesterday was an important reminder of Mother Nature's power.
The hurricane, we know it's coming. Okay, we know the week prior, and we're working like little ants and bees and trying to cover the house. This was not expected.
It just brings you flashbacks to, all right, coming to that time of year again.
I did speak with a woman who lives inside this home with a blue tarp on the roof. She says her entire roof will have to be replaced after the damage from yesterday's storm. In Fort Myers, Kendall Brandt, Gulf Coast News.